Today, we will discuss Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez, one of the most radical socialists in Europe, whose policies pose increasing risks to democratic values. His deep connections with British and Swiss socialist-leaning financial networks have facilitated the expansion of globalist policies. One major concern is the establishment of the European Centre for Algorithmic Transparency, ECAT, in Seville, Spain, on April 18, 2023. This institution, operating under the European Commission's Joint Research Centre, JRC, was created to enforce the Digital Services Act, Europe's equivalent of the UK's Online Safety Act. These laws are designed to regulate online discourse, control public opinion, and penalize individuals who do not adhere to government speech regulations. Such measures bear alarming similarities to the authoritarian regimes of the past. Another point of concern is the involvement of British national Stephen Quest, who led the JRC until April 2024, despite the UK no longer being an EU member. Additionally, there is little transparency regarding ECAT's operations, raising significant questions about its objectives. Neither Spain nor the EU has disclosed the organization's management structure, and the official websites of the JRC and ECAT provide no confirmation or details on the matter. On January 22, 2025, at the World Economic Forum, WEF, in Switzerland, Pedro Sánchez unveiled a controversial plan to eliminate online anonymity by enforcing a European digital identity system. Initially introduced by Ursula von der Leyen in September 2020, this initiative would enable EU governments to instantly identify individuals on social media, facilitating arrests similar to those conducted in the UK under its existing online speech laws. According to West Yorkshire Police, 24,703 individuals were arrested between 2014 and 2024 for social media-related offenses. The WEF, led by Klaus Schwab, is heavily funded by the Swiss federal government, which contributes 25% of its operational budget. Additionally, the Swiss canton of Graubünden provides another 25%, meaning over half of WEF funding originates from Switzerland. Due to this influence, U.S. President Donald Trump removed Switzerland from the list of trusted allies in January 2025. The Swiss government has also committed up to CHF 7.65 million to $9.06 million over 3 years to fund security measures for WEF events, including a plan to recruit up to 5,000 military personnel, while the Canton of Geneva contributes CHF 600,000 annually, including land leasing benefits. Pedro Sánchez has further expressed intentions to regulate social media algorithms, imposing heavy fines on platforms that do not comply with government directives. These measures appear to disproportionately target American companies and the Trump administration, with support from the WEF. Notable example of such regulatory enforcement was the arrest of Telegram CEO Pavel Durov in Paris, France, in August 2024, compelling him to modify his platform. Sánchez has identified 3 key entities as threats to his political agenda. 1. Foreign powers, particularly the United States, Russia, and China. 2. Political factions opposing socialist policies, including non-radical conservatives. And 3. Tech billionaires who hold significant economic and political influence. In his speech, he directly criticized the Trump administration and American technology firms. Since 2022, Pedro Sánchez has served as president of the Socialist International, headquartered in London, UK. This organization is aligned with other progressive institutions such as the Progressive Alliance in Berlin, Germany, and the Open Society Foundations of George Soros. The Socialist International promotes its agenda under the slogan, "Progressive Politics for a Fairer World." From a political standpoint, Pedro Sánchez is one of the most radical progressive leaders in Europe, implementing policies that threaten the foundations of democracy. His approach and governing style have drawn comparisons to authoritarian leaders of the past,